eliminate Dukalien's arms, you've taken away his entire strategy. Almost caught the Promise Maker. I believe Dukalien is starting to use his brain a little bit, trying to take out those legs, trying to turn the tables.
I don't know if he moves that knee a little edge so closer he's going to be taking out something else.
Let's hope for the Promise's sake that does not happen.
If that happens, it's not going to be Sean Still anymore.
I'm sure you cannot see this on the camera too well, but there is a nice spot on the Promise's lower back from where that punch just landed.
My God, it looks like the Grand Funk Railroad logo, brother.
The Lord of Pain in a world of pain right now.
He may have dislocated his shoulder.
It's very possible. Laying it, he depends so much on those arms, laying in those punches, he's causing more damage to them. Here comes the Promise, back on it. The Promise is dismantling the monster. Just walking over that arm.
Is it just me, or was he telling him to die?
I don't know. Might be just you. Or maybe you're thinking he should die.
Those punches, you can hear them, the force. Dukalien reversing, laying them in. Oh, you can see the amount of pain that arm is in. Switching to the other arm is the weaker of the two, but it still packs a punch.
No, shoot.
Sean Steele in so much pain, those legs being dismantled. And there comes the backlash from the work the Promise has done on that arm. If this keeps going at this route, we may see a role reversal with Dukalien relying on his legs and the Promise relying on his fists. The Lord of Pain trying to recuperate that arm. His manager is keeping a close eye on him. The Promise looks to have seen better days.
He looks like he's in the grass, and I don't mean to.
And there's that arm again. He relies so heavily on that arm. He landed the punch, but he's unable to capitalize. The Promise he's open for a pin, but 1, 2, and a kick out. And there's the Promise. He was playing possum. He's got the arm again. He's focusing on that hair.
Tap out! Come on, you can do it! No,
there's your review.
There's the Lord of Pain, his typical answer. That infamous finger. He is referring to the Promise as being number 1. There's those knees. We know Dukalien is very good at using those knees. And my prediction stands correct. The monster is finally relying on his legs rather than his arms.
They look like they feel like shit.
They probably do. Those punches to that lower back. Oh, that kick from the Promise. He's still using that leg. There's the effects. He's suffering from the same problem the Lord of Pain is. These two are destroying each other. There's that leg drop, but I think it may have just... I think the Promise may have just ruined his chances of winning this match. The Promise is trying to show so much heart, so much intensity, so much passion in this match. I believe he may be putting his career at risk. The promise looks dead, but he is indeed still breathing.
Barely.
The Lord of Pain trying to get that shoulder. These two are in a state of exhaustion. There's that knee to the ribs again. If this keeps up, we may see the promise spitting up quite a bit of blood.
He might spit up more than blood. Maybe a lung, testicle even. Well, maybe not.
Let's hope for the sake of our viewers that we do not have that graphic of content. There's the promise back on that arm. He's using those legs to lock in the pressure.
I just heard something snap.
Something snapped, and judging by the way the promise reacted, I believe it may have been a rib. The promise is once again outside of the ring. This pin attempt is...
He's in the ring. 1, 2. He's up.
There's that knee into the leg of the promise.
Jesus. God help me.
You hear the promise just literally pray for help in this match. It's very well known that Sean Steele is a very religious man. Will his prayers be answered? Drop kick to that shoulder. The promise trying to take this opportunity to recuperate somewhat. Jester, I'm going to ask your opinion on this. I'm having flashbacks. The number 25 and the letters W and M are coming to mind. This is very reminiscent of the Undertaker-Shawn Michaels match. The wars that those two had. I believe we're seeing our very own version of it right here.
You know, I think you're right.
There's that hit, but once again, Dukalien used that arm.
They both look like they're feeling a lot of hell.
There's the pin. 1, 2. There's the kick out. Move over, WWE. HPW has just taken your ratings.
And your women, too.
But we gave back Linda.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's the promise. He's working on that arm again. Oh, a hard drop. I don't know how much more those ribs can take.
The one thing about Sean, he may be small, but he's full of piss and vinegar.
Dukalien stretching that abdomen by moving that arm back. He's trying to stretch those ribs. The promise fighting back. Will we ever see a winner? Is there a time limit on this match?
You know, I don't know if we'll see a winner or not, but the thing of it is, you're going to see one hell of a match.
We're already seeing one hell of a match, Jester.
True.
The promise to his feet. Dukalien still attempting to get to a vertical base. Oh, and the promise maker! But there's that leg again. Once
And
again,
the ribs.
once again, this is the second time this has happened. Dukalien lands his punch, and that shoulder gives out. The promise lands the promise maker, but that knee just won't hold. He's crawling, he's trying to get the cover.
I think you might be going for a pin.
He's going to have to hook those legs if he wants it. 1, 2. We got a kick out. I do not know if either of these men can continue. Do we have any medical staff that could check on either of these men?
No.
We can't afford a ref. We can't afford medical personnel.
We can barely afford the camera.
This is true. This war is just continuing. Promise focusing on that shoulder, trying to eliminate that arm. At this point, I don't think it matters. The Promise Maker has been made practically useless. The punch has been made useless. And there goes the ribs and the shoulder. I think right about now, Dukalien's probably thinking, this is going to hurt me a lot more than it's going to hurt you. And there's that coughing, that deep, guttural coughing from the Promise. Dukalien working on those knees. You cannot see it on the camera that well, but the Promise is starting to froth at the mouth. He's either got rabies or those ribs are completely destroyed.
I'd say he's got rabies.
You can tell the ribs of the Promise may not have much left.
He may not have much left of anything. Ribs.
I don't believe the Promise would be able to continue if this goes on.
I don't see how any of them's continuing.
The Lord of Pain, I believe he literally just kicked the Promise's ass. That hard kick to the back of Dukalien's knee. This is the most intense match I think we have ever seen in this company. Any incarnation of it.
Pretty damn close.
The hardcore matches, the ladder matches, the truck bed matches, the Ironmans, none of them have amounted to the intensity and the passion that is in this.
The only match...
Oh, there's the Promise Maker!
Holy
Does he have it? It came out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3! And the Promise just beat Dukalien.
And now...
I'm pretty sure he doesn't feel like a winner right now, though. Both men, the Lord of Pain. The Promise still not moving. Is Dukalien going to put in more damage? He taps the face of the Promise and raises his hand. Such sportsmanship from the Lord of Pain.
John Steele, you'll watch this when you wake up. My rematch clause. Next month, we do it again.
The words from the devil himself. How will Sean Steele respond? We'll see you next month, right here, at Higher Passion Wrestling.